So you're looking for attention. This isn't a bad thing. It's normal to like attention, and in certain situations it's natural to seek it out. But some people don't just attract attention, they demand attention. If you've gone to the trouble of having 16 bolts of metal shot through your face and every visible section of flesh covered in tattoos, it's natural for people to take a second look. The human body is normally free of metal and ink. Yours is not. This is not confusing to me. What baffles me is when people who have gone out of the way to make additions to their features of this manner get agitated and disturbed when other people notice them and comment on them. If they kept their agitation to themselves, it wouldn't be an issue. When they complain to me about it, their blind, obnoxious stupidity has suddenly become my problem. Do you wonder why people stare at you? Here's a hint. You look like a fucking freak. Now, I'm fine with that. I actually think it's pretty cool. You obviously put a lot of effort into it. But seriously, what did you expect to happen? If you didn't want people to stare at you, maybe you shouldn't have made your hair into something that looks like part of a coral reef that might potentially be infested with eels. This stuff isn't hard to figure out. There's a kind of parasite that begins its life cycle in the stomach of a seabird. The eggs enter the water when the bird voids its bowels, and the little parasite babies worm their way into the brains of fish. Once inside, they affect the fish's movement, so they twist slightly, so their scales are more likely to catch the light, making them more easy to be spotted by other birds. When the birds eat the fish, the parasite babies return to their bird crap nursery, and the whole cycle starts all over again. As far as I can tell, the "why is everybody looking at me" parasite has a similar life cycle. It begins in low-fat lattes and tattoo parlors and is transmitted exclusively by supercilious facial expressions. In this manner, the host passes the parasite back to curious middle-aged yuppies, causing them to force their children to listen to Weezer and play tennis, thus creating the craving for bodies of ink and metal, and the circle of life begins anew. Elton John sang about it. You know what I'm talking about. So remember, when soccer moms gape at you in the subway, that makes you pretty much like the Lion King, except you're being held up by hair gel instead of a creepy monkey. Loosen up and enjoy it. You know, somewhere else.